Who is a fictional character that you're glad isn't real, and why? Jigsaw. I don't want to make some mistake in my life and get killed for it. Have you seen the petty crap people get abducted for in some of those movies? I always figured if Jigsaw was real, the cops would figure out where he is by the fact of him buying all this real estate and having multi-ton death trap machinery shipped and installed at these locations. You'd be surprised how much secret death trap machinery one can build. You'd get abducted for accidentally stepping on your dog's paw and only saying sorry 3 times instead of 5 times. One guy was a victim in the movie because his kid died, and he wasn't coping with it in the way Jigsaw wanted him to. The one that bugs me the most is the guy they kidnapped and put in a barbed wire cage. The guy was chosen because he attempted suicide and survived. So now Jigsaw wants to teach him what it's like to have to face death and survive? Woman shrugging. What bugs me is all the collateral damage ones where the main victim has to choose someone to die like the carousel thingy irrespective of what they've done, they just happen to know the main victim. What the F? I can imagine it going like this: Jigsaw, you're here because 3 years ago you cut off a Toyota Prius. The mother and her daughter in the car died when they were T-boned by a semi-truck 6 blocks later. Now you have to swim through this room of broken glass and rusty quarter panels to push the button and sound the truck horn. If you don't do this in 3 minutes, a trailer will swing from the ceiling and crush you. B_fee, wait. That's why I'm here. She was turning left on a one-way from the wrong lane when I had a green light. This is bullcrap. Sandman. Imagine some stupid MF comes every night in your house and puts effing sand in your eyes. There is also some folklore where he steals the eyes of kids who don't want to go to bed and feeds them to his kids. Burger King. He has not demonstrated to me that he would effectively rule a sovereign nation. He has shown little in the way of diplomacy skills, and has no record on defense. Unlike rival nations, he has no enduring cabinet or advisors, no Grimace, for example. He has never forged an alliance, with Ronald or Wendy, at least. Flame broiled only gets you so far on the world stage. Freddy Krueger by a lot. Assuming he at any point gets tired of Elm Street kids. He seemed to leave us alone for the most part. Maybe he's finally moved off Elm Street. I've actually been there, lived there for a few years. The movie takes place in Madstop, NY, which is Potsdam spelled backwards, the name of the town where Clarkson University is located, where Wes Craven was a professor while he was writing it, or at least had the idea. There really is an Elm Street in Potsdam, kind of similar to how the movie portrays, and I've been in the boiler room of old Snell Hall that was supposed to have inspired a bunch of the dream scenes. Creepy as hell down there. Edit. I remembered incorrectly. Apparently the movie drew inspiration from one of Craven's students' films, while at Clarkson, and their town was Madstop, and can be verified on the wiki page for the film. Apologies for the confusion. It's been a while since I re-watched the movie. Anything from Subnautica. Reaper Leviathan can stay the F in another dimension. I just started playing, and holy F, I'm taking psychological damage by the minute here. It's horrifying. Homelander. Yeah, that would be scary. An unhinged Superman with mommy issues. Would Brightburn be worse than Homelander? Imagine a fictional world where Homelander is the one that has to save the Earth from Brightburn. Homelander hates competition or anyone he can't control, so I'm guessing that they would fight. I could also imagine a moment where Homelander tries to bond with Brightburn and treat him as an adopted son or something. Homelander would arguably be worse. Everything he does is of his own accord. He knows exactly what he's doing without voices in his head like Brightburn. Brightburn would just kill you. Homelander makes you feel uncomfortable as F and then kills you horrifically. I think Homelander is my most feared fictional character, due in no small part to Anthony Starr's performance. He's a character that always seems a hair's breadth away from snapping entirely, and all I can think is if that were to happen, there's nothing anyone could do. Edit. Be warned of spoilers for the boys comic in the comments below. Anthony Starr played that part perfectly. I can't remember any other film/TV character where just their presence stressed me out whenever they were in a scene. Right? Every time a scene with Homelander began, I could feel myself tighten up and think, oh Christ, he's here now. Yes, he scares the absolute F out of me. He is the villain. The actor who plays him did a phenomenal job. You really felt like any other character in a scene with him was at risk of getting killed. Not just in the scene. Huey and Starlight and maybe Mother's Milk had long quiet scenes in a car together, and I kept expecting Homelander to show up in the back window out of nowhere. Dude turns the entire show into one protracted horror movie. Anthony Starr. He's insanely amazing. Forget the people in the show, I thought I was at risk of getting killed. Remember the daydream scene where he just decides to melt heads? It felt so real, laughing out loud. This is the correct answer, a psychopath demigod. Not only that, the strongest of all the demigods in that reality. I guess he could be somewhat controlled if you keep giving him undeserved love and attention to make his man-child self happy. Hopefully. Now Homelander is type who, once he starts getting older and realizes he will die one day, will kill everyone else, because if he can't keep living, no one else should get to either. Galactus. We ain't got crap for him, and he would just roll through our solar system as we just watched the news talking about strange phenomenon happening related to gravity and flux. Then one day we just see a giant hand in the sky. It would certainly answer the Fermi paradox quickly. Well, he's just a hungry boy trying to live. The Xenomorph. Megatron. Do we really need a crazy robot the size of a tank running around? Even worse would be his namesake from Beast Wars. That one is devious, yes. Unicron would be worse, he eats planets. Yeah, but apparently, based off the last movie, Unicorn is Earth itself. The same happened in one of the cartoons a few years earlier. Except the cartoon was actually good. Edit, I'm talking about Transformers Prime. Baldric. Imagine the smell. I did not expect to see a Blackadder thing here, but I'm all for it. But what about all his cunning plans? Baldric, you wouldn't recognize a subtle plan if it painted itself purple and danced naked on a harpsichord singing subtle plans are here again. Kratos. Sure, he's a single dad just doing his best now, but he killed an entire pantheon and sent the world into irreparable chaos. He raised the seas, unleashed hordes of lost souls from Hades, blocked out the sun, killed Gaia, literally Mother Earth, and no matter how hard he or anyone else tried, he couldn't seem to die. And that's just in one of the games. Yeah, even if he went to Helheim, he could probably beat his way out of there. Spoiler for GAO 4, a game that came out 3 years ago, he does. Ghost Freak from Ben 10, he possesses bodies and haunts whenever you come up upon it. Kirby, he could eat everything you hold dear. Deny him cake, and he karate chops the planet in half. Now I'm picturing a Kirby cult where they give him offerings. AKA Smash Brothers. Godzilla. I mean, imagine all the property damages. Original poster replies. Then again, not many cooler ways to die. All the dimensionless characters in H.P. Lovecraft literature because they're terrifying, beyond words. That massive alien spider thing from The Mandalorian and all its babies. The original poster asked what fictional character would be horrible if it existed. What you described, that's just Australia. Can confirm, mate. Have personally killed 3 of these, they're a lot easier than emus. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. For obvious reasons. As good as Bill Murray is in that movie, Dan Aykroyd's defeated delivery of "It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man" is my favorite line. Cracks me up every time. I've seen that movie so many times and I still pick up things I miss every time. Usually it's small, but the little details in that movie are the best. My favorite line of Ray's was when they're in the library, And he says, "Listen, do you smell something?" Egon giving Peter hand signals telling him what to charge the hotel after they catch Slimer is one of my favorite bits in the movie. A close second is the housekeeper trying to put out the fires from her cart explosion with a little squirt bottle after the guys blew it up. Her reaction was real, and her "what the hell are you doing?" was her legitimately asking Reitman that after the explosion was far bigger than she expected. Her delivery was hilarious because it was 100% real. There's a ton of little things in the movie that I never picked up on as a kid that make it doubly hilarious as I get older. Oh, I almost forgot. Venkman's experiment at the beginning of the movie was working, as the guy's ESP ability improved as he got more and more pissed off. Well, that's the most harmless thing. It could never, ever, possibly destroy us. I couldn't help it. It just popped in there. The duck from the duck song. Imagine trying to run your business and a 4-foot duck comes in every day asking for grapes and crap knowing you don't sell grapes. And smart enough to change the routine when he realizes he is in danger. Frightening. Literally the embodiment of true chaos and insanity. His dreams are our universe. If he ever wakes up, all reality will be wiped from existence. Web link. And also, the father of all the Lovecraftian horrors. Oh no. Ted Faro from Horizon Zero Dawn. Thing is, he doesn't have superpowers nor mystical weapons from ancient civilizations. He is just a guy that somehow accidentally manages to wipe the entire human race. It scares me because it could honestly be something that happens in real life. The Reapers from Mass Effect. Though they might be real, we're just not advanced enough to warrant their return. Cthulhu. I shouldn't have to explain why. Anything from the Lovecraft mythos, to be frank. There's some fun stuff in there. And most beings aren't evil. Most are just indifferent towards humans. But the ones that are really done it need to exist. Most things that are indifferent to humans are scarier than most things that are evil. There's a Heinlein novel, Number of the Beast, where the crew in an experimental warp ship keep bouncing to parallel universes. The funny thing is that they're always from literature, Oz, Barsoom, and such. Finally, they realize that the warp drive is influenced by memories of their overall favorite novels, so they do a tally to see where they're going next. One guy looks at results. Thank God I'm the only one who liked Cthulhu stories. Darth Vader. Love the character but would not like to be on the receiving end of his lightsaber/force/arm. I agree with you, and there are two things I actually enjoy about his character. First, he is the one the entire story is based around, and he is the bad guy. Second, his story shows how he became the bad guy. He legit lost his mother, and that lead him into overthinking and corrupting his own mind with loss. He had loss and fear change him into the one who not only caused his own loss with his wife and mother of his children, but he magnified his fear into and onto the rest of the galaxy. Especially them young ones. Omniman. The train scene. That hurt to watch. I mean, I'm sure it hurt more to be there, but was that brutal. POV, you just finished work, at a dead-end job 9 to 5, but you make enough to support your family. You have 2 kids, both girls. Your house is almost paid off. Just 2 more years. You hop in the subway to get from your work to your house. You're reading your newspaper. The news has been particularly dark recently with the deaths of many superheroes. Anyway, you're doing a crossword. You look up. Wait. Is that Omni-Man? Brightburn or Homelander? Homelander. He can do whatever the F he wants. Pennywise. Duh. Bring a turtle, maybe he'll run away. Or just start bullying him until he shrivels. Well, Hitler was real, and that was pretty bad. So I'm going to assume Mecha Hitler would be worse. I read that wrong, and for second thought you said Hitler was fake. Spat out my water laughing out loud. The Joker. The last thing the world needs right now is that guy running around. Nicholson, Ledger, Leto or Phoenix? Hamill. Report him to the IRS. He'll go quietly. Web link. Azula, she really scared me as a child and would be a terrifying person in real life. The Man in Black, the Walkin' Dude, Randall Flagg. Multidimensional pure evil. Dr. Evil, he'd kill us all using frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads. Just pay him $1 million, and he'll go away. But that damn number 2. Trevor effing Phillips. Omni Man. Edit, please, by all means continue to comment that I haven't read the comics. It's very productive. Omni-Man is essentially Superman with a sinister hidden agenda and a moral compass that allows him to overlook or overcome anything that doesn't contribute to his agenda. That's frightening. Cough cough Injustice cough cough. Injustice hit different. Omni-Man was faking it from jump. Superman got tricked into killing his wife and child then went evil. That's fucked up. And his unborn child, right? The Grave Mind from Halo. It's an absolutely horrifying monster that can literally resurrect you and violate you in the most horrific manner. Edit, clarified word. Eric Cartman. Rick Sanchez. Littlefinger. We don't need World War III anytime soon. If Littlefinger was in the current real world, he wouldn't be starting wars, he would just be filthy, disgustingly rich. I'd say Lex Luthor, but Jeff Bezos is already halfway there. Yeah, all we need is a Superman for him to hate and boom. Lex Luthor. Almost everything from SCP except 999. Edit, almost everything from SCP except 999 and some others. Light Yagami dude probably would have taken over the world by now. Mark Zuckerberg, I can't imagine the damage it could cause if it were real. Pyramid Head. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.